Hey guys, I'm Phil the Blanks. Welcome to NPC. So E3 is over, or at least it is over for you guys. I actually technically have one more day of E3 when the taping of this is happening. So, you know, things might be announced right after I tape this. Woo. So yeah, let's just go through this fast here, because originally I was going to be like, yeah, let's talk about everyone, but then something happened. Everyone sucked, except Nintendo. And I know that everyone out there is like, oh, Phil, you're such a Nintendo guy. We don't care. It's like, yeah, you know what? It's true. I am a Nintendo guy. But I gotta be honest, Nintendo brought it this year. They really did. Call me biased. I don't really care. They pulled it out of their ass this year. But let's talk about other people first. In order of the present, well, no, I'll do it in the same order I did my E3 predictions. EA showed lots of sports. Nothing wrong with that. Sports are good for them. Madden now has a story mode, and NHL does not. So they can suck a dick, because that's really frustrating. Need for Speed Payback looks like the Burnout / Fast and Furious game I've wanted for a long time, so I'm super happy with that. Woo! A Way Out is interesting. It looks cool. Couch co-op. Apparently it needs to be co-op all the time, so that's gotta be super interesting. But I love the idea. They showed off Star Wars. Here's some multiplayer, blah blah. It's like I would have liked focus on single player, but it makes sense for this type of thing to show multiplayer. Pretty cool. Good job, EA. Not, you know, the company for me, but hey, I liked at least two of their things. It's pretty good for them. Bethesda, whew, they had a boring press conference thingy. That was really weird. Bethesda Land, I don't know, guys, that's odd. So Skyrim, Doom, Fallout, they're getting VR. I'm a little sick of how much this company relies on Fallout and Skyrim, but whatever. No Elder Scrolls 6, really weird, really annoying, actually. Doom getting VR is cool. I did like Doom. I like Doom a lot. Paid mods for Fallout and Skyrim, interesting. I guess that was in the works for a while. I just didn't hear about it. Dishonored 2 is getting some DLC, pretty cool. Evil Within 2 looks great. I haven't played the first, but I heard it's fantastic. I should probably check that out. Other than that, Bethesda didn't really show all that much. Ubisoft, the usual. Here's some Just Dance. Here's some Assassin's Creed. Here's some The Crew. The Crew 2 looks pretty cool. To be honest, so does Assassin's Creed Origins. I like the Egyptian look. It looks very fun. I'm definitely going to try it out. Just Dance is more Just Dance, of course. But two big things. Mario and Rabbids, like we knew was going to be shown, actually was shown during the Ubisoft presentation and not so much during the Nintendo presentation. Shigeru Miyamoto appeared on stage with Ubisoft, and that was interesting. And you know what? The game looks great. I think it looks awesome. I'm not a big fan of the Rabbids. It's a little weird that they're in this, but the game itself looks a lot of fun. It looks like XCOM with Mario. I'm super okay with that. Bring it on. Launching in August, that's great. And Beyond Good and Evil 2 was announced, and people have been waiting for this like crazy. I played Beyond Good and Evil 1 a long time ago, don't really remember a whole lot, but I remember it being good. I will definitely play it before Beyond Good and Evil 2 comes out, but hey, it's nice to actually see it. I bet everyone out there is super excited. Good job, Ubisoft. Alright, with the main three, Microsoft. Great presentation. 42 friggin' games, 20 of which were exclusive to Xbox One, at least for a little while. They also showed off the Xbox Scorpio, which is now known as the Xbox One X, which is kind of a lazy name, really. It's not like it's bad, it's lazy. Microsoft's not good at naming their stuff, to be honest. At least with PlayStation, it's like PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4 Pro. It made sense. It's gonna be expensive, $500 American, I think 600 Canadian. So fairly expensive, but fairly powerful. They showed off Forza 7 in 4K and running at 60 frames per second. It was beautiful. So again, they showed off 42 games, and I'm not going to come into all of them. Just here are some ones that I kind of liked. Like I said, Forza 7, there was Metro Exodus, the third game in the Metro series. A bunch of smaller games like State of Decay 2 and Battlegrounds. Minecraft is going fully cross-platform, cross-network with Nintendo, Microsoft, PC, Android, iPhone, all sorts of things. It's very cool, very interesting, and it's also getting a huge graphical update. This isn't quite Minecraft 2 that I predicted, but this is, I think, as close as we're going to get, so that's pretty cool. They showed off Dragon Ball FighterZ. Holy shit, it looks incredible. Made by Arc System Works, the guys who make Guilty Gear and BlazBlue, and the game looks just amazing. Some really cool ideas, like the Darwin Project looks really interesting. I'll look more into that. The Last Night looks absolutely incredible with a beautiful art style. I can't wait to see more of that. Cuphead is finally getting a release date of September 29th. Cuphead looks just amazing. Something I've been keeping my eye out for a long time. One of the reasons I got an Xbox One was specifically for Cuphead, so awesome to hear. Super Lucky's Tale pissed me off a little bit because I thought that was a Conker game. When I saw that tail, I thought that was Conker. So that's a little frustrating. Sea of Thieves looks okay. I've never really found watching gameplay of these types of games really fun. It's about playing, it's about getting yourself in there. So just watching a bunch of people play a pirate game looked boring, but I'm pretty sure the game itself is a lot of fun. It looked really good. And just tons more. It was crazy how many games Microsoft showed off. Not everything was my cup of tea. In fact, very little of it was my cup of tea. But that being said, I am mature enough to understand that a lot of these games are what people are looking for. And 42 games to show off is nothing to sneeze about. Great job, Microsoft. Sony, I think, was the biggest disappointment this year, at least for me. The problem was they showed off a lot of things that they showed off last year, and what they showed off last year was great, but it's really hard to have a really good presentation when almost everything is something you know about. And a lot of these things that they showed from last year didn't even have release dates. They had God of War came out in 2018, Detroit still doesn't have a release date, they didn't show Last of Us. In fact, one of the best things they showed off this year at Sony was the Shadow of the Colossus remake, and a remake should never be the most exciting thing at your press conference. Sorry, I really don't think Sony did a great job this year. Not saying what they show was bad. In fact, their presentation was fairly good. It just didn't have any surprises. No Final Fantasy VII, no Last of Us. Sure, a Kingdom Hearts thing. I mean, they had Undertale coming up for PS4, and that wasn't even part of their main conference. That's a little weird. Sony, you can do better. Let's see you next year. And now Nintendo. I really think Nintendo did a great job this year. Their presentation was 26 minutes long, but the amount of stuff they showed off was just awesome. And they didn't waste time with ARMS and Splatoon, which was something I was afraid of, because those games are just about to come out. ARMS is out now. Well, once this airs, ARMS will be out. Splatoon is just about out, so I'm glad they didn't concentrate on that at all. Instead, they went right for some new stuff. They showed off Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which looks very fun. I haven't played any of the Xenoblade games, or any of the Xenosaga games, or Xenogears. I'm really behind on my Xeno games, but it looked fairly interesting. I definitely have to check that series out. They showed off Rocket League, which is very cool. Rocket League is a very fun game, and having it cross-network with Microsoft and PC is very cool. Good job on having that for the Switch. I never thought I'd see the day where you could play online with other people from other consoles on a Nintendo console, so that's awesome. Then they kind of dropped a couple big bombs here and there, interspersed with some old news. And that was, one, a new Kirby game. I guess that's not really that big a bomb. That looks fun, sure, but it's nothing out of the ordinary. It's a 2D Kirby game, which is kind of a shame. I'm still hoping for that first big 3D Kirby game, but whatever, it still looks great. The new Yoshi game looks incredible, very Yoshi's Woolly World, but it makes with a little bit of Super Paper Mario, and that is awesome. It looks really nice, really cute. Then the big one, two big ones right in a row, and that is that Pokemon will have a main series release on the Switch. They didn't show anything about it. They have nothing ready. They were just like, oh, we just wanted to tell you that it was happening. So, not cool that they didn't show anything, but I understand. Whatever. They probably just finalized this like maybe a couple weeks ago, so they have nothing planned. Who cares? It means next year we'll have something crazy to look forward to. And directly after that, they showed Metroid Prime 4. Oh boy. I'm so happy to hear that Metroid is not dead. I'm so glad to hear about Metroid Prime 4. It is not being made by Retro Studios, by the way, which is interesting. I'm a little, I don't want to say worried, but I don't know. But I guess the producer of the Metroid Prime series is working on this, so that's at least really good. The fact that Metroid is just there is fantastic. They didn't show anything about it, just the logo, and I'm assuming, like the Pokemon for Switch, the idea is fairly new and fairly new to development, so they don't have anything to show off. Crazy part is after the press conference, they actually announced another Metroid game, which is a remake of Metroid 2, Return of Samus, for the Game Boy. So everyone who was super angry about that fan-based Metroid 2 remake, sorry, them's the breaks, but I guess if Nintendo's actually making a Metroid 2 remake, I feel bad for the guy working on the fan game, but it is what it is, I guess. They showed the DLC, the upcoming DLC for Breath of the Wild. Looks kind of interesting. I'm not a big DLC fan, but at least this stuff looks okay, and it's not like the price is that crazy. They showed off Fire Emblem Warriors. To be honest, everyone knows what a Dynasty Warrior style game looks like. There's no surprises here. Even when they showed off like an hour of gameplay at the treehouse, they didn't really show anything new. Here are some characters, they fight. It's a Dynasty Warrior game. There's no surprises. I just want to see some characters that aren't from friggin' Fire Emblem Fates and Fire Emblem Awakening. Sure, there's Marth, of course there's Marth. There's always gonna be Marth. But like, let's see characters from any other Fire Emblem game. There's so many damn characters. Can we stop relying on Fates for everything? Then they showed off the best trailer in the world, Mario Odyssey. I'm a big Mario fan, and boy, I can't wait for Mario Odyssey. Everything about this trailer looks incredible. Everything that they showed off at the treehouse, and I try not to watch too much of it because I don't want too many spoilers or anything. I want to play this game sort of fresh, but everything about this looks absolutely amazing. Just incredible. I cannot wait for Mario Odyssey. It's probably going to be my game of the year. And that's really like judging it super early, but I don't care. I just can't wait for this game, and I can't wait to show it to you guys when I get it. I'm definitely going to do at least kind of what I did with Breath of the Wild and do some sort of mini Let's Play with it. I can't wait to try. It looks just incredible. But as the tradition for Nintendo is, they left more questions than they did answers. They did not show anything about the Virtual Console or anything related to their Nintendo Online stuff. So what does that mean? What are they going to do with Virtual Console? Tell us, Nintendo. Also, Retro, still not showing off their project. They're not working on either Metroid games, so what is it? Is it a new Donkey Kong game? Are you working on something new? I need to know what Retro's doing, Nintendo. Stop toying with us. So in the end, E3 was kind of meh this year. Two companies that I didn't think would be all that great this year was Nintendo and Ubisoft, and they really pulled through. Good job. Other than that, you know, not super great, but definitely not bad. I've seen much worse E3s than this, so, you know, whatever. All in all, I think it's still going to be a good year for gaming. What do you guys think? What did you like the most about E3? What did you like the least about E3? Is there something you really wished was there but wasn't? Are there any big surprises that you saw? You're like, holy shit, that's incredible. Tell me what you thought about E3, guys, and I'll see you guys next time for more NPC. I'm Film with Blanks. Hit that like and subscribe button, comment below, and I'll see you guys next time.